All right, welcome back, weightlifting fans. You are looking live at the RVA Open Invitational. We are opening attempt here. 70 kilos, Jacob Willis in the snatch. This is session number 7 of the weekend. Men's 85 and 94 kilo weight class. Jacob Willis. It's a small press out. What do the judges say? Judges say, I'm not sure what the judges say. They can say anything. They say no lift. They say it is a press out, unfortunately. I'm sure Jacob will come back and make it on his second attempt. My name's Mike Graber. I am bringing you all the action along with Dave Tao. Dave Tao recently voted Best Dressed Man in the Northeast by me. I voted him myself. So we've been at the RVA Open all weekend in beautiful Richmond, Virginia, hosted by RVA CrossFit. Doing a great job. Full house here on day number 2. We're having the opening attempt now with Tyler Forrest, also at 70 kilos, 154 pounds. As a reminder, if you are watching at home, enjoying what you're seeing, share on Facebook the link, like the link, tell us who you're cheering for in this session.
That's a good lift from Tyler Forrest. I'd give him that 70-kilo opener.
All right, Dave Tao has joined us from his phone booth. He's just stepped out of the phone booth and walked into the lab of commentation.
Well, it's good to be back, Mike. We have been live streaming from you. This is our second day. We had a great session this morning.
Oh my goodness! We have lots of great lifting, big lifts from these women.
I really enjoyed it, and right
lots
now,
of makes, lots of white lights.
I want to get a lot of eyes on the great lifting we have going on right now.
These are some big guys. I looked at them. I said, "Is this the Royal Rumble? This is WWE. These are big. They're not heavyweights. They're just strong guys."
As Jacob Willis goes for his second attempt.
Yeah,
much better. I want to remind people that the best way you can help out and spread this live stream is just to share it. Share it on your Facebook wall. Click share. More people are going to see it. More people are going to cheer on these lifters.
As we've pointed out all weekend long, Barbend will be providing every single lift at multiple angles to the athletes, complimentary in the near future, the next couple days or so, next week. Obviously, for training purposes, it'll help the athletes out a lot. They can, for social media purposes, they can show the world what they can do. And they're going to see all your comments. So if you're cheering for someone particular, let us know. If you're just a fan of weightlifting, let us know. Let us know where you are. If you're, it's about, what time is it now? It is 11:30 in the morning.
11:30.
If you are at the gym, let us know you're working out, where you're working out. If you are at breakfast, let us know, or getting a brunch. Maybe you're gonna brunch in. You're drinking a Shirley Temple or something, a brunch and some French toast. Let us know.
Shirley Temple sounds great right about now,
Yeah,
but
or whatever.
we're sticking to coffee here. We're sticking to coffee here in the color commentating booth.
Yeah, we're keeping it lean, keeping it caffeinated.
So Tyler Forrest was prepping for his second attempt. We got reds on the bar, and they aren't coming off at this point.
You know what that means?
2 slab of beef on each side.
2 slabs of beef on each
Slab
side.
of beef.
Yeah.
We might get up to 2 slabs of beef at this session. I
Can't
hope
wait.
we do.
I hope so.
Tyler Forrest looked really strong in his first attempt, 70 kilos. 75 kilos, I think, is going to be no problem for him, for Tyler. I think he's going to hit this just fine. Tyler, a 94-kilo lifter. That's a good lift. It's going to be a good lift for Tyler. That was really good. A little fist pump. He's happy with that.
I like it. Looks good.
Now, just a reminder, these are all of the 94-kilogram men competing at the RVA Open, and then the top 85-kilogram men. Now, so we had some 85-kilo men compete yesterday, but these are the top, and all the 94-kilo men. Tyler Forrest in that 94-kilo category, and Jacob Willis is actually on deck for his next attempt, his third attempt. Missed the first due to a press out. Made the second, which was an easy power snatch. He's coming out for his third. Looks like he's got plenty of strength. Jacob Willis, also a 94-kilo lifter.
Jacob representing a liquid barbell.
forward.
Not today.
He got it plenty high, just couldn't quite secure it overhead. Clearly has the power, clearly has the strength.
Did you notice his socks? His socks are bombs.
Well, he didn't bomb out.
No, but I'm thinking maybe he is the bomb. Or he's trying to be
his
the bomb.
His socks are the bomb.
Yeah, his socks are the bomb.
There's his socks have the bomb.
The bomb.
Just a reminder that you're hearing Mike and myself on the live stream this morning and yesterday. We had a few guests, but there are a lot of folks behind the scenes doing a lot of great work today. It takes a crew of 7 total to bring you this live stream and these archive videos.
This time 7.
This time 7. We are really thankful to them. They're much more talented and better looking than Mike and I. Mike and I just didn't have other skills. So we ended up talking. These other guys are skilled on computers, working the boards, working the cameras, and they're the real heroes here.
They make the magic happen.
Mike and I they felt obligated to include Mike and myself, and now we're here talking to you.
Clock's running on Andrew Hale. His opening attempt at 80 kilos, 176 pounds. Hale is lifting unattached.
Where does he hail from?
He's unattached. I have no idea. It could be anywhere. It could be Alaska.
I apologize for that.
It could be Virginia. It's probably Virginia, but who knows?
You know, I saw in the parking lot this morning, I saw some Alaska plates.
You don't see that every day.
You don't
Especially
see that
out
every
east
day.
here.
No,
between New York City or Virginia or Florida out East Coast.
Yeah, this is not the easiest place to get to. Okay, Tyler Forrest actually after his 3rd attempt. He's going to hit 80 kilos.
So that means Hale wants more weight.
His first 2 attempts looked really great. Nice full snatch. Three for 3, fist pump from Tyler. He's thrilled, ends with 80 kilograms, 3 white lights for that guy, 3 great snatches. So Frank is asking, is there a delay with the live feed coming up on Facebook? I have trouble finding it. Frank, actually what we're doing is due to Facebook's live streaming parameters, we can only stream 90 minutes at a time. And what that means is we're bringing you every lift live. But what that means is we take a little break between snatches and clean and jerks.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
And so if you just go to our Facebook page, if you're looking for the most recent live stream, go to our Facebook page. And if there is lifting going on, there'll be a live stream right at the top with all of the lifts. And then all the lifts are going to be archived automatically on Facebook. So if you don't see a stream live on Facebook, that means there's a little break between sessions.
Yes.
Break between the snatch and the clean and jerk.
Yeah, you know, got the 10-minute break or so. You got in between the sessions, we're giving out awards. That might go a little over.
Stephen Leffler says this is awesome. We think it's awesome too. There's a lot of good lifting going on today here at RVA CrossFit in Richmond, Virginia. This is the 5th year of the RVA Open and Invitational.
First year of barbends.
First year of barbend.
First year of barbend in general. First year barbend's part of it. Here comes Andrew Hale for opening attempt, his first lift. Very
That's
nice.
a good looking lift.
Very nice. Very, very flexible. Very good depth. He gets a very good bottom position.
We're still
for a big guy. He's a bigger guy.
He is a bigger guy. We're still first year of barbend, first 4 months of barbend still. We launched in late March, so we're still pretty new, but we're having a blast.
So earlier, Dave, you asked a very interesting question. If our audience at home could work out or just hang out with any weightlifter in any country, any time period in their peak, who would it be? And we got some very interesting answers. I want to open that question up to the audience. Who would you train with or just hang out with? Maybe grab a drink with or have lunch with? Any country, any time period.
They could still be of this earth or not.
They could be eligible for the Rio Olympics or not.
Or very much ineligible.
Yes.
Specifically ineligible.
Specifically ineligible. Or just...
Oh, Danny already responded. Anatoly Pisarenko.
That's a good choice.
That's a good one.
That is a great choice.
The lightest person to ever clean and jerk 260 kilograms, which he did at about 125 kilo body weight.
All right.
Catherine Rao says, I assume related to the event organizer.
That's his wife.
Says stream looks great.
I believe also a coach here, a CrossFit weightlifting coach here as well.
Okay, we have Andrew Farrell's first attempt, 85 kilogram snatch. Come on, Andrew. Craig McComb says he would live with Maddie Rogers. She's amazing. You know, Maddie Rogers is pretty amazing.
Yeah. And I bet, you know what, she would enjoy having lunch with you too, Craig.
What's that?
I bet she'd enjoy having lunch with Craig as well. Or working out with Craig. Craig, if you're ever in Orlando, what's Danny's CrossFit Altamont Springs?
He just opened a
new facility?
A new facility. Actually, funny enough, well, not funny enough, but interestingly enough, Barbend is going to be live streaming Danny's event August 27th to the 28th.
Congratulations.
At the SoFit Expo.
Congratulations.
It's called the Pralium.
Congratulations. This is breaking news.
Oh, I told you this yesterday.
Did you tell the world this?
Oh, we have not. He's told the world. Danny's told the world.
Oh, okay. You haven't told the world.
I was like, Mike, I told you about this before.
I don't remember. You tell me lots of things.
I texted you in real time.
You tell me so many things.
And Maddie will be coaching at that event, actually.
Oh, I saw her coaching at the Youth National Championship. She coached a lot of athletes there.
So that's
you
going to be exciting.
I saw her refereeing at the Youth National Championships.
Really?
She wears many hats in weightlifting.
Does. And I think that I'm excited that we can bring at least highlight, hopefully, her coaching and her lifters who are going to be competing there. So
Fantastic.
This
is going to be the second time now for Andrew Hale.
He looked really good on his
86,
first.
I agreed with you, 100%.
That looked about as good. That'll be a good lift.
Keeps it going.
We have a few other folks giving their answers on the stream. Jennifer Thomason says Morgan King. She lifted Morgan King. That's a good choice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in agreement.
Yeah, I'd lift with Morgan King.
Olympian?
I'd be happy to get outlifted
National
by
team
Morgan
member?
King.
Oh, we would be. That would definitely happen.
Yeah, really excited. It's really cool to see Morgan getting a lot of some mainstream coverage.
Yeah.
NBC doing pieces on her, a lot of magazines doing pieces on her, and some of the other Olympians we have headed to Rio. Let's see, Steve Weddle says he would live with Lydia Valentine.
Good for him.
You spent some time with Lydia Valentine.
Tad bit, yes. Tad bit here and there.
Well, she's lifted on American soil thanks to you.
Yes. One time. She's lifted a couple times, but one time thanks to me, yes. Another lady who's lifted on American soil thanks to me, Tatiana Kashirna.
Talk to us about Tatiana.
That is someone I would enjoy, and I have spent time. I spent time with Tatiana in America, in New York, in Columbus, Ohio. Very friendly lady, very nice. In person, I mean, she's a heavyweight lady, but not huge.
I have a quick story about her that I'll have to tell after.
Right after second attempt to Andrew Farrell. Big personality, very nice lady, very friendly. Speaks very good English, which helps me out a lot.
That's a good looking lift.
That is a good lift for Andrew Farrell.
I like that. I like that better than his first. So you spent much more time.
Tatiana speaks great English compared to my horrible Russian. Let's just leave it out there.
You've spent much more time with her, but she stopped by CrossFit Union Square about a little over a year and a half ago.
When I brought her here, I organized that.
You weren't with her on this particular day.
No, I had to work.
You had to work.
Yasha Khan took the day shift. I had the night shift.
And she stopped by. So I'm one of the owners of CrossFit Union Square, and I was hanging out there, and had thank goodness finished a little training session myself back when I was still training. And she came in, and she comes up to the front desk, and I had no idea who it was because maybe I was expecting something. I don't know what I was expecting because she just seemed like a normal.
Was she with
woman.
Yasha Khan?
Yasha came in later. Yasha was late.
Really?
Yasha was a little late.
And
so she just walks in. She walks down. She goes to the front desk.
How did I get there?
And so the person working the front desk tried to sign her up for a CrossFit membership.
Did she accept it?
She didn't.
Oh.
Well, she was like, she was having a little trouble getting across that she had, they'd called ahead of time.
I didn't know any of this.
And then it took me a few minutes, and I realized who it was. And I had a freak out moment, and I was like, ran up, was like, you have no idea who this is. And she was so polite, and I was spazzing out, and I was just fanboying.
Thank you so much. This is news to me. I thought I knew nothing of this.
Well, Yasha showed up like 2 minutes later.
Oh, okay.
I think he was parking the car.
He was parking the car.
Yeah, he was actually parking
all
the
right.
car.
It wasn't
Union Square.
It wasn't that big a deal.
No.
Okay.
It was not. He hadn't abandoned her on the streets of New York. But honestly, she'd probably have a good time if she were just.
I mean, she would have had a good time.
Probably, Anyway, but she lifted that day and did snatch up to 140 kilos. And which was probably at the time the heaviest snatch a woman had ever done on American soil.
Probably.
Probably.
Until she showed up in Houston a few months later.
Until she did, and then she also did a clean front squat jerk complex at 175 kilos. And it was a treat to watch.
Well, thank you. Thanks to you, she now is not going to the CrossFit Games.
Not
Andrew Hale, third attempt, 89, just as good as his openers. He goes 3 for 3 in the snatch.
Frank Borowski said he would lift with
Svetlana Podobedeva, who's Russian, representing Kazakhstan.
Has represented both countries internationally.
Both countries, yes. Was a Olympic champion in London up until about a month ago when she failed the retest, and now she is not an Olympic champion anymore. But in 2012, won the Olympics.
She was. She's an impressive looking lifter. She looked good at. We last saw her.
Yes.
At Kazakh Nationals.
Yes.
And she looked good. She looked strong.
Yes. I mean, yes. She took some time off after the Olympics. I'm not sure exactly what she did, but she lifted in Houston at the Worlds. She lifted at the Grand Prix in Russia in December. So November, December, she had a busy competition.
Was it President's Cup?
President's Cup. Yeah. She competed with our very own Samantha Poith of Barbench.
Oh yeah.
Barbench contributor Sam Poith and Svetlana Podobedeva and Olga Zubova. They all competed, and now the only one who's still eligible to compete is Sam Poith. Yeah, well. Of those three. So great job, Sam Poith.
Yvonne
passing the drug test.
Yvonne from
Yvonne Halpin.
Halpin says Ariel Stevens. She lifted Ariel Stevens.
Good choice, Ariel Stevens.
I don't know Ariel.
She lifted at the. I've met her a time or two. We got Matt Glowacki, his opening attempt at 90 kilos. And if I am butchering his name and you know it, please let me know. Send us a message.
It is not rare for us to butcher names.
No, Matt Glowacki of Ronin Barbell. Ronin Barbell.
Probably Ronin Barbell, I'm guessing. But I could be wrong.
I've been wrong all weekend.
That's going to be a good snatch for Matt. You mentioned Sam Poith. She was originally scheduled to lift in this competition.
Yeah.
But due to
some things came up, work schedule, and it's a long drive. They were gonna make a weekend out of it. It was about 10 hours, she told me, but his work came up, and she didn't want to do it on her own, obviously.
And Sam, national champion in which year?
2013.
2013.
In Cincinnati, Ohio. She won the American Open twice. I forget what years that were, but. She was at the World University Games at least twice. Chiang Mai, she was there. She petted a real tiger.
Real tiger. I've never done that, and I'm okay with that.
Sam Poith, champion weightlifter and tamer of tigers.
So I'm neither of those things. So Sam's got a lot on me right now.
That's why we like Sam Poith. Opening attempt at Keith Jackson, 90 kilos.
Okay, so we're up to close to 200 pounds for those of you who aren't so familiar with kilograms.
He's representing Compound CrossFit. He's a master lifter. He's all of 42 years old, roughly, or year of turning in 42 years.
Well, he moves like he's about 19.
Yes, he does. That was
great.
Fast.
That was really fantastic. I enjoyed that.
He looks good. Ariel Stevens, to finish that thought, out of California, I believe. She's with Catalyst Athletics.
Okay.
Greg Everett, that gym, Northern Cal, where they just moved to Oregon somewhat recently, her new gym. But she's from California, I want to say the San Francisco area.
Folks, if you're liking what you're seeing, give some lifters a shout out on the commentary, like the stream, and share the stream. Most importantly, share the stream, because that way more people are going to be able to see these men lift. These competitors have worked hard, they've made weight, they've been training for weeks and months and years, and this is the biggest competition a lot of these folks will lift in all year. So the more people we have watching, the better. And to help out, you can just share the stream. It's a quick one-click share on Facebook.
Like it on Facebook.
Like it on Facebook.
Speaking of liking things, we've got Andrew Farrell, third attempt, 90 kilos. Good for a good lift here. Very nice.
Little soft on the right arm. I wonder if the judges spotted that.
Let's see. Any day now.
Oh, 2-1. He gets it.
He got it. Andrew Farrell representing LHO Barbell.
Like we said, like and share the stream, folks. We are really excited to be bringing you this. We've had great engagement, a lot of views, thousands of viewers. And
so I shared it on my Facebook, and I got a like from a good friend named Little Dave McCool, older brother of Mike McCool.
Oh, great. Mike McCool, Barman contributor.
And the only reason we call him Little Dave McCool is because Dad would be Big Dave McCool.
See, I Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I was wondering.
Now
'Cause
little Dave
Nakul
is
not a small person.
Not a small guy. He's a
Okay.
very big, strong man.
Okay, I was going to say.
Strapping young lad.
Now, the Nakul family.
Fantastic
they're great.
individuals
From
out of Pittsburgh area.
Out of Pittsburgh area. Mike, who I met while he was a student at MIT.
Yeah, Mike is a world team member, 2013 world team member for America, in the 85 kilo weight class.
He was also in 2013, 2012 or 2013, I believe, got 6th at Junior Worlds.
Yes, yeah, junior world team member, probably youth world team member. I want to say university. He lifted in Kazan, Russia, University Worlds, 2013, I believe that was. He was in the top 10 there. So he's had some injuries in the last couple of years, but a very accomplished lifter in his own right. Still a very young guy at 24, maybe he's 24?
24, 25.
Yeah.
Mike is a gentleman, a scholar, and a lifter. And I don't know what order to prioritize those in because he's all three. And firmly all three.
Let me tell you something. He is all that and a bag of chips.
And folks, if you like what you're seeing, one more reminder, share the stream, like the stream, give us a comment on Facebook, cheer on your lifters, ask us some questions. No question is too small or too personal.
Or too personal.
For myself or Mike Graber. We're not as interesting as a lot of these lifters.
Well, we're trying. We're doing our best.
But we have opinions.
So question for the audience is if you could have lunch or a training session or hang out with any weightlifter of any time period, whether they are eligible for Rio or super not at all eligible for Rio due to...
Specifically ineligible
Specifically
is the term
ineligible.
I'm going to use.
Okay, ineligible for Rio. Who would that be?
You know, I actually might change my answer to Mike Nakul, and I've trained with Mike Nakul before.
You just want to do it again.
And I just want to do it again. It was a really good. I mean, it's like go for the prove and win.
Yeah. Up now we have Vignesh. Oh my God, I'm going to butcher his name, and I apologize in advance. We got Vignesh Narayan Swami, opening attempt at 93 kilos.
A local guy lifting out of RVA.
Yes. If you know Vignesh, and you are able to tell me better how to say his name, please let me know. But that's a good attempt from Vignesh. I'm going to call him by his first name, Vignesh.
Hey, and Danny on the commentary is saying that Vignesh, more commonly known as Vig Nasty.
Well,
and I got to say,
let me tell you something. He got nasty on that snatch.
His mobility
that was good.
is superior. You see how low he got on that?
Well, Vig Nasty's a young guy, 26. He's in the year of turning 26.
Okay.
Opening attempt, 93, obviously. Very good. His best lift on paper that I have is 96 in the snatch.
So he might be pushing that today.
He's pushing that, hoping a PR.
Danny, thank you so much for clarifying that he likes to go by Vig Nasty. And Danny, if you like what you're seeing, give the stream a share so more people can see Vig Nasty go after a PR in the snatch.
So Dave, you would hang out with Mike Nakul.
I had the pleasure and privilege.
You have had the privilege.
And Mike Nakul, I did not have a car in college.
Okay.
I was a few years ahead of Mike in college.
Yes.
I went to school close by. Didn't go to MIT. I'm not that technically savvy or smart.
Well, most people are not, so don't feel bad.
And Mike used to give me rides, which is like about the nicest thing you can do for a college kid without a car.
He is a great guy.
Yeah, we have Matthews next attempt.
Glowacki, 94. He was good at his opener at 90.
So he's above body weight here.
Glowacki from Ronin Barbell. I butchered that name earlier.
Real patient on the first pull there. Got it into his hip. He got into that well. That's a good lift. Folks, we want to hear from you. Ask us some questions. Cheer on some lifters. If you like Vignesh, commonly known as Vig Nasty, give him a shout out. Give the stream a share.
Vig Nasty, to all his friends, is Vig Nasty.
And who do you want to train with? If you could train with, we actually know, Mike and I are very fortunate, Mike especially, to know a lot of weightlifters internationally. And if you really would ever want to train with a weightlifter, let us know because we might be able to relay the message.
If I had to pick, I would say there's two ladies. There's two ladies I would want to have a training session with, like a bro sesh with. Well, not a bro sesh, they're ladies, but
barbells should be lifted.
A barbell, yeah, barbell should be lifted, squatted, whatever. I would say Nadezhda Estrachina, Nadi, 75 kilo, 3-time world champion. She would be one of my choices. Another lady I would really want to work out with, 2012 Olympian Svetlana Tsorakeva, 63 kilo weight class. Svetlana Tsorakeva, world record holder. I would want to get a workout in and then get a post meal, maybe at Chipotle or something with her. Maybe get a salad or a burrito bowl with her at Chipotle after the fact.
Stephen Leffler has a, sorry to interrupt, Mike. Stephen Leffler has a great question. He says, are you going to be covering the American Masters Open in November? Stephen, right now this is our first live stream. We don't have anything planned beyond August, but that's not to say we don't want to.
Steve, if you are if you think that would be a good idea, contact the meet director. Meet directors would be, well, we'll tell you in a second. I actually know the answer to this because it's going to be in Buffalo, New York, my hometown.
Good first attempt.
All right, good lift for Andrew at 95 kilos, Andrew Burham. So to finish my thoughts, Stephen Leffler, American Masters meet director will be Robbie De Niro in Buffalo, New York, and the chairman is Howard Cohen and Michael Cohen. If you feel that would be a good idea, you should probably give them a call or shoot them an email. And you or one of those gentlemen can contact the powers that be at Barbend at info@barbend.com and start a dialogue and start a conversation.
Or, you know, guys, one thing I haven't pointed out, you're on Facebook already. Even if you don't want to leave Facebook, my name's David Thomas. Everyone's friends with Mike Graber on Facebook. You can find him on Facebook. I'm going to pause real quick and let Drew Culver take his first snatch at 95 kilos. That'll be a no lift for Drew. He'll come back and hit that on a second attempt. But folks, yeah, if you're interested in getting in touch with Barbend, info@barbend.com. But if you're already on Facebook, you don't even need to leave Facebook. You're probably already friends with Mike Graber. We can find him on Facebook.
It's not hard.
I'm on Facebook as well, David Thomas Tao. There are a bunch of David Taos all over the world. Millions, literally. I'm not actually exaggerating. And David Thomas Tao on Facebook. Go ahead and friend me. A few folks friended me last night. Really cool to hear from people in the lifting community. I love getting emails, but if you don't even want to leave the app, well, you can send us a friend request. We accept from some people.
Most people, a good amount of people. All right, so Whitney Kalos rooting for Drew.
Drew, yeah.
So thank you. Drew's gonna appreciate that. He's on deck for his second attempt at 95.
And
unless we hear otherwise.
David Daniel had a question specifically for Mike, and this might be the best Mike Graber question I've ever seen.
Mike, do you know of any good places for Olympic weightlifting in upstate New York? Well, the answer is yes, of course I do. Follow-up question for you, David, would be where in upstate New York? It is a big place. You're going to be Buffalo or Rochester or Syracuse, Elmira, Albany, Binghamton. You got to be more specific.
So if you
want to send me a Facebook message or email Barbend or just reply here. I'm not going anywhere, but you got to be more specific. If you're in Albany, you don't want to drive to Buffalo and vice versa.
The good news is you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to have options, and Mike knows of them. But right now we're going to watch Drew Culver, 85 kilo lifter. There we go. There we go, Drew, with authority. He's happy to get that. So David is from Rochester.
Rochester. Okay, well, I have an idea. Let me do a quick Facebook search. I do know some people. Frank Borowski is, again, giving us high remarks, so thank you very much, Frank.
We wish we could cover the Rio Olympic weightlifting as well, Frank.
Frank,
pretty complex process.
Frank was making comments earlier about USAW national events. Frank, feel free to go ahead and email my good friend Phil Andrews. phil.andrews@usaweightlifting.org. He would be very happy to read an email from you and send you a very polite response. This is a very polite man.
Folks, we are interested in live streaming more stuff in the future, but right now we're focused on the RVA Open.
Yeah, right now. I love the RVA Open.
This is going well. There's some great lifting.
Great crowd, great audience, great atmosphere.
And David Daniel, Mike Graber is going to get you some recommendations for lifting in Rochester in just a second. So you guys will have to listen to me. In the meantime, Curtis Hammond says, good job. I assume that's for the lifters. They are doing a good job today. We've seen some great lifting today.
Everyone's doing great. These loaders are doing a great job.
These loaders
are lifting more weight than anyone.
They're keeping that platform looking spotless. Keith Jackson's second attempt on the snatch. His first attempt looked great, super speedy. Second attempt's even better. He is a 42-year-old lifter, but he lifts just as well as about anyone you'll see, and that is fantastic. I wish I could snatch like that. Great job by Keith Jackson, the 85-kilo lifter, who just smoked 96 kilos on the snatch. Really, really good work there.
All right, so I have an answer for David Daniel.
David Daniel?
David
Okay.
Daniel, I know I grew up in Buffalo, which is about an hour from Rochester, but I know some folks at CrossFit Boomtown. CrossFit Boomtown is on Hudson Avenue, 2256 Hudson Avenue in Rochester, New York. You can find them online at CrossFitBoomtown.com. Email is info@CrossFitBoomtown.com. They have a good weightlifting community there. I'm not sure what time classes are or what time open gym is at, but CrossFit Boomtown, I would go there first. See if that can help you out with your weightlifting needs. I know they have a community there. They got some coaches there. They got some athletes there. If you feel like driving an hour to Buffalo, I know a few folks there that I could put you in touch with. But honestly, I wouldn't want to drive an hour multiple times a week to go work out. So CrossFit Boomtown, check them out first. Great place to start. They can't help you out. I'm sure they can at least put you in touch with other people, but I think that's a great place to start.
That's a fantastic recommendation, Mike.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Folks, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and share the stream. A lot of you already have. I've actually just gotten a few Facebook requests from some of the people watching. Great to hear from you folks.
I've received none, so.
You're already friends with everybody.
That's true.
Vignesh, who apparently goes by Vig Nasty as a nickname, second attempt, 97 kilos. This would be a 1 kilo PR competition for Vignesh.
Here we go.
Just misses it behind.
He's got a third attempt to go. I'm sure he's going to come back and make it. Very strong attempt.
Folks, this is just to take a step back and point out, weightlifting has grown massively in the past decade in America, and actually in the past 5 years since I met Mike Graber, almost exactly 5 years ago. Weightlifting has grown a ton. It has largely somewhat largely, I would think, due to the growth of CrossFit, which has introduced people to the Olympic lifts and brought a lot of new lifters into the sport, converted a lot of new people to the sport, brought a lot of exposure. We're trying to continue that exposure. It's also a testament to the hard work of weightlifting officials, some of whom are here today at local meets, national officials like Mike Graber and other national officials. Hard work by them, hard work by the folks at USA Weightlifting. And especially the most important thing is hard work by the lifters and coaches at weightlifting clubs around the country, across the country.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to put on a competition like this. You got to build a platform. More important, you got to get the people. You got to get the labor. You need volunteers. You need referees. You need loaders. I don't want to load. It's a lot of hard work.
You did load last night, though.
Oh,
You were loading.
I did, but that was a special case. That was for a very, very good athlete.
Ford Wilkes.
Ford Wilkes. And to be fair, when it got really heavy, they brought in the big guns. They brought in the Dragon.
I hear he's good at moving some weight.
He works out a little bit.
He works out a lot of bit. And folks, it's from the folks at the top organizing events on the national stage all the way down to the lifters competing in their first meet. It's a group effort. And the USA weightlifting community has grown a ton, and I expect it to keep growing over the next few years.
The membership alone in USA weightlifting is something like 26,000 members. But I mean, 5 years ago, it was something like 5,000, 30,000
members, I think.
Yeah.
I think when I actually first became a USA weightlifting member, it was like I think I was around the 3,000
Well, I mean,
member.
I know my USAW member is like 139. It's like 139,000 something. Dennis Reno's USAW number is like 12.
Point one.
He's number one. He was the first. And for those of you who may not know who Dennis Reno is, he is the dean of weightlifting in America. He is the guard, the keeper of weightlifting. He's at every single national event. He's the announcer. He's the longest serving IWF1 referee in America. He's the keeper of the rules in the sports, and all around great guy. About 110 years old, still going strong. And editor of Reno's newsletter. Probably the only newsletter still in existence in the world.
If print is dead,
Not
they never
online.
told Dennis Reno.
It's all right. Doesn't matter. He's doing a great job. Here we go. Matt Glowacki, third attempt, 98 kilos.
Misses out front.
Misses out front.
No, 94 on the second.
All right, so he's credited with 94 on his second attempt, Matt Glowacki. All right, we still got the question up. Who would you get a workout in? Who would you have lunch with? Who would you hang out with? If you could hang out with any weightlifter, American or international, eligible for Rio or ineligible for Rio, alive or not alive anymore, who would you want to hang out with? There's tons of people watching online. Or if you want to just tell us where you are watching from. We would love to know where you're watching from. We've had people all over the world, all over the country.
Now, Vignesh, speaking of all over, is actually from Richmond. Lives here. Can't quite make that. He'll be credited with his opener today. Can't quite make that PR snatch. Gave it a good effort.
Dave is all the way from the Big Apple, New York City. Grew up in bourbon country.
In Kentucky.
I am from New Jersey near Manhattan and grew up in Buffalo near Canada.
You know, Mike and I actually grabbed coffee a lot in New York on the weekends because we love caffeine. If anyone ever wants to join us and talk weightlifting, it'd probably be a lot more interesting than us just talking.
Honestly, yes.
We love hearing from fans of weightlifting.
If you're visiting New York, we know some CrossFit. We know some gyms.
We know some gyms. We know some weightlifting gyms. So
yeah.
Jonathan Harvey says he's watching from Sanderson, Florida, west of Jacksonville.
Well, thank you.
Keisha Baxter says I'm watching from right here in RVA. Keisha, that's great to hear, but if you're here in Richmond, Virginia, well, maybe she means RVA CrossFit.
She may be in RVA CrossFit and has her earphones into her phone and listen to our commentary.
But if you're in Richmond and you want to watch some weightlifting and you're not at RVA CrossFit, you should come to RVA CrossFit. And folks, off to the side, we just saw Don McCauley dancing. Don McCauley, who was our guest color commentator yesterday, and he's pumped up. He's here, he's got his coffee, he's grooving and driving to the music.
Let me tell you something, if you are in the Richmond area and you don't come down to at least ask some questions of senior international coach Don McCauley, you're missing out. Author of Power Trip, and he has a new ebook that's coming out in the near future. Unfortunately, it is not called Off-Roading, Power Trip Off-Roading. Something far more not as exciting, but a lot of new anecdotes since he wrote his book 6 years ago. And he's excited about that. He's coaching now in North Carolina with Travis the MASH Mafia Weightlifting Club, Travis Mash. He's obviously coached some Olympians and a lot of world team members, and he helped a lot with Cheryl Hayworth, who's an Olympic medalist.
2000, she won a bronze in the super heavyweight category.
Yeah, 3-time Olympian, like 15-time national champion. Owner of all the American records, still in her weight class.
Joel Mayer is watching from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hey, shout out to Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out to, if there's anyone watching from Chattanooga or Nashville, I'm curious too. We have some good representation from Tennessee on the stream, so love to see that.
All right, so I just got a like from Paul Medeiros. Paul lives up in Toronto. He is the owner, founder, graphic designer at 646 Weightlifting.
Oh, great to hear.
Great T-shirts, great clothing lines. They got poutine in kilos is one of his T-shirts. You can put anything in kilos together, and it's a great combination.
That's great to hear from him. Great to hear from him. Another supporter of weightlifting in North America.
They just had their 646 meet last weekend or 2 weekends ago. Big turnout, some Canadian national team members.
And not to take away from what you just saw, which is Andrew Borum smoking 100 kilos. 100.
Snatch. We are in triple digits.
We're officially in triple digits.
I don't know when we got there. I apologize if I missed it, but we are in triple digits. It's great to be here in triple digits.
Folks, if you're watching today, let us know where you're watching from. If you're here in Richmond or in the Richmond area, come on down and watch some weightlifting live. Weightlifting is great on the stream. The stream looks slick, at least we think it does. But weightlifting is also good to watch in person. It's a spectator sport.
We are so biased.
You're not at all unbiased.
I'm biased.
You're biased.
You're fine. I'm the most biased. Anyways, here, before I ask a question, we got Keith Jackson, third attempt, 101 kilos. And he is a master lifter from Compound CrossFit. Nice.
Great snatch.
Great
All
lift.
3 of his snatches have looked fantastic. He's one of the best movers I've seen on the platform today. Great to see him. Folks, we have viewers from all over the world this weekend. Japan, Ireland, Finland, Australia, South Africa, and Columbus, Ohio. We've even had lifters from Columbus.
The exotic Isle of Columbus, Ohio.
We had someone from Grand Rapids, Michigan earlier today. A lot of Floridians.
We had David Daniel, Rochester, New York.
Some Californians, a bunch of Texans.
We're Colorado. We're Colorado Springs.
What's that?
Colorado Springs, Colorado this weekend.
Colorado Springs.
Ireland. You're big in Ireland and UK, Dave.
Yeah.
Australia, too, I believe.
Andrew Oliver opening at 102 kilograms. He's a 94 kilogram lifter.
Andrew Oliver is unattached, but he probably has one of the biggest cheering sections, the best cheering sections
that we've seen this weekend. Frank Borowski is just giving a shout out to Cincinnati Weightlifting Club and Coach Chris Cleary.
So I know Coach Chris Cleary because I used to compete against a good friend of mine named Keith Connolly at the National Championships, and Keith is coached by Chris Cleary of the Cincinnati Weightlifting Club.
Proving my thesis that once again, there's no one that Mike Graber doesn't know.
More or less. And Kyle Bell should get a shout out to Tallahassee,
Florida in the house.
Florida State University.
And Matt Gonzalez is also watching from Cincinnati. Ready to see Lynn move some weight. Here we go. Kent Ingalls, first attempt, 102 kilos. Cool. Speedy.
So he's talking about Jabao Lin of RVA Weightlifting. And I'm probably butchering his first name. It's Jabao. Here, let me.
Folks, if we are butchering people's names, we apologize.
Maybe you have a better idea.
Jabao. That's about as close as I'm gonna get. I hope that's how you say his name.
And again, apologies if we're wrong, and if you know I'm wrong, let me know, because it wouldn't be the first time this weekend or ever that I'm wrong.
Folks, I don't have a fancy graduate degree like a lot of the people lifting today, so if I butcher names, help me out here and take it easy on me. Mike is older and wiser than me, so maybe take it less easy on him.
One of that is true.
He's got more experience.
Part of that's true. Here comes Drew Culver, opening attempt, 104 kilos.
That'll be no good. I think he rushed the pull a little bit there.
Yeah. He looks strong enough for his weight. Doesn't look like an issue. Just needs to...
Didn't quite get into his hip, I think.
Yeah, just bringing it, hit your positions. Hit his positions, get it back, get that weight back. It's going to fall into position better, and it'll just be an easier effort.
Shout out if you're watching from New York City. Shout out if you're watching from, let me go real neighborhood by neighborhood. If you're watching from Kips Bay, shout out. If you're watching from Murray Hill, shout out. Upper East Side.
Upper West Side.
Harlem, Inwood.
Central Park, Compton. Oh, wait, that's California.
That's California.
So sorry. There's a Long Beach. That's in Long Island. Murray Hill neighborhood. That's a neighborhood.
I live in Kips Bay.
I used to work in Murray Hill,
which is the neighborhood people forget about in Manhattan.
Bed-Stuy. If you're in Bed-Stuy listening.
I lived in Bed-Stuy one time.
I walked through Bed-Stuy going to some gyms, visiting some friends at the Coral Hill CrossFit. Shout
out to Brooklyn as well.
Brooklyn.
One of the other founders of Barbend, Joe, one of my partners, used to live pretty close to me in Union Square. He's relocating and leaving me alone on the east side of Manhattan.
He grew up in Dublin, Ohio.
He did grow up in Dublin, Ohio.
Near Columbus, Ohio.
It's basically a suburb of Columbus, Ohio.
And recently in the news, you may have seen this, there were twins from Dublin, Ohio, born, and they were holding hands.
That was it was very beautiful. The feel-good news out of Dublin, Ohio, this morning.
This morning.
Twins born holding
hands.
That's great. That's a nice little light story.
Yeah.
No weightlifting news out of Columbus today, though.
Not today. Other days, a lot of other days, yes.
There
but
has
not
been
today.
before.
Not today. There's some very good weightlifting out of Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus weightlifting, great organization.
Columbus weightlifting, they've had some national level. They had an Olympian in 2012. Can't believe I forgot about the Olympian they had in 2012. A lady named Holly Mangold.
Yeah.
You may have heard of her.
Yeah.
Her older brother plays for the New York Jets in the NFL.
He's an all-pro center for the New York Jets.
Yeah, very athletic family.
Okay, we got John Dean up for his first attempt at 105 kilos.
Speaking
He's
of
checking the bar,
athletic
stocking
people.
the bar. I've never seen John lift before. I'm looking forward to this.
Doing a James Tatum impression. Stalking that bar. He's going to get that bar.
Maybe James Tatum just shaved his beard last night. He's lifting again.
James had a couple of chicken wings at the post-meet party, and now he's a 94.
He's an 85 lifter here, I think.
Is John? Let's see.
Right. That's a good-looking lift.
He is an 85. You're right.
That's a good-looking lift from John.
He's from Warren Barbell.
So Peace Tonic is saying, good luck, Coach Sam Ferris, Waldorf, Maryland, representing. Shout out to Waldorf, Maryland.
Iron Crab Barbell. We've seen a few Iron Crab Barbell members
some
this
good
weekend.
representation this weekend.
A couple ladies this morning, I remember. At least 2 ladies this morning.
I'm going to start a club, soft shell crab barbell. Not going to be a lot of lifting. Lisa Griffiths says, hey, Matt, stream is great, right? I think the stream's pretty great.
I'm not Matt, but I would agree with you. I don't want to speak for Matt.
Yeah, Matt might have opinions on that, so we don't want to.
For all we know, Matt is a modern-day Don McCauley with opinions on everything.
Here's Sam Ferris.
105 kilos, 231 pounds.
That's going to be a good lift.
That was a good lift.
So we have Whitney Kalos is saying she's watching from Interstate 85. I hope you're not watching while driving, Whitney.
That's not safe, Whitney.
I really
we
hope
want
you're
you
not
to be
watching
safe. Safety first.
We want
is a motto here at Barbell.
If it's between safe driving and watching the live stream of this year's RVA Open, I'd pick safe driving.
Adam Randall agrees with us.
Matt Gonzalez says, stream is solid, one of the better video quality streams I've seen in a while. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate that. And Ja Bao Lin.
He's got some fans watching on the live stream.
I think there's a quick misspelling on the graphic there, but it doesn't matter because he's still going to lift this weight.
Still taking 105 kilos.
Oh, didn't quite make it. He's a local guy from RVA. A lot of fans, actually. Big fans of him.
Yeah, as a reminder, you're watching here on the Barbell Facebook feed.
Barbend.
Barbend?
Barbell.com wasn't available.
That wasn't available?
It's Barbend.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, everybody. You're watching on the Barbend Facebook feed. You're watching on the RVA CrossFit Facebook feed, or you're watching on barbend.com. Share the stream, like the stream, tell all your friends, your sports friends, and your weightlifting friends about the great action happening here live, and compliments of barbend.com. That's the best way to really support what we're doing, what the athletes are doing. Later on this week or early next week, all the athletes are going to receive video of their lifts from different angles, courtesy of barbend.com. So, share and like this. Also help us out. Give us your feedback. Where are you guys watching it? Who are you rooting for? All the athletes will see this. This is going to be captured live. It's going to be captured on the Facebook feed, and everyone can go back and watch this through the end of time. As long as Facebook is around, these videos will be around.
As long as the internet is not a fad.
As long as this webcast does not break the internet. And so far it has not.
We haven't broken the internet. We don't want to break the internet.
No,
we want the stream to keep up.
It's very useful.
Save the internet.
Daily lives. Save the internet.
Save a stream. Okay, Ja Bao Lin, back on 105 kilos. It's about 3.2 kilos over body weight for Ja. He looked strong in his first attempt. It was just a little out of position, so.
Much better.
Hold on to it. There you go.
Much better attempt.
Good work from him. Folks, we want your questions, too. Do you have questions about weightlifting? Do you have questions about food?
I have a question about food. I want to open up a new question for the folks at home.
Go for it.
So a lot of you at home work out. What do you eat after a workout or before a workout? Or before a competition, after you've made weight before a competition, you got 2 hours. What kind of foods do you enjoy eating while you're getting ready for a big workout or a big competition? Dave, you feel free to answer. I know what I used to eat before I lifted at national events.
I want to know
big competitions.
Well, I didn't lift at national events,
Well,
so I want to know what you
competition.
lifted.
It doesn't have to be a competition. It can be a workout. A big workout.
Right after Andrew Borum takes his third and final attempt in the snatch, I want to hear what you ate before competitions.
All
Mike.
right.
Andrew's going 3 for 3 on the snatch today.
Good lifting. He's putting on a good show.
All right, Mike, what'd you eat before competition?
All right, so let me preface this with I was a 56 kilo weightlifter, 123 pounds. So by the time I weighed in, I had been used to eating, minimally, because my body was just used to that. My stomach was not as big as it is today, weighing much more than 123 pounds. So I would eat a turkey sandwich on whole wheat, and I would gradually sip a Pedialyte because I needed a Pedialyte making 123 pounds to rehydrate.
Yeah.
Probably Gatorade as well, but sipping, not like pounding it, because your stomach only has so much room. You don't want to spend all the blood. You want the blood in your muscles. You don't want it digesting food and drinks.
So Daniel Roberts is going to be opening at 106 kilograms. He's a 94 kilo lifter, made weight today. Really locking onto the barbell there, taking his time on the setup. He's got plenty of time on the clock. A little out in front.
In front, exactly.
He pushed that a little out with his hips. He'll come back and hit that strong enough. Blake on the stream is saying tons of chicken all the time.
All the time. That sounds good to me.
Chicken fan. I'm from Kentucky, so I like chicken.
Yeah.
That's good.
I know people who live and die by Chipotle. Get a salad or a bowl before training, after training, during training. Good for them. Let's each their own.
So Kathy Brooks is commenting, says, cheering on for Andrew Oliver in his great cheering session from CrossFit Push and Weight.
All right.
Folks, we want to hear from you. Ask us some questions.
Kathy, let us know, where is CrossFit Push and Weight? We'll give a shout out to your hometown. Let us know.
Ask us some questions on the stream. We want to know where you're from, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for.
We wish you, if you're not here, we wish you were here. It was a great turnout. Probably 100 people easily in the audience. It's a big area, big CrossFit gym.
And also,
there's nothing to shut it down for 2 days. Have a weightlifting event. Like, there's no classes going on this weekend.
Shout out to event organizer Jake Rowell.
Yeah.
And the team here at RVA CrossFit, RVA Weightlifting.
They went all in on having a big event. And early rumors are that next year it's going to be at a convention center, the Richmond Convention Center.
Well, that's
a year away. That's a while.
We got some time, but
lots of
this
time.
venue right now is great. This platform looks great. Kent Ingalls, light 85 kilo lifter. Second attempt snatch, 107 kilos.
Very nice.
Plenty of pop.
Very, very strong.
I just want to point out, he's lifting in some retro ASICS suede shoes. You don't see a lot of those left anymore.
No, and those are not like new retro. Those look like they came straight from the 90s.
Well, we've seen some Olympic golds won in the ASICS suede lifters over the years, over the past couple of decades. I think it's what Ilya Ilyin wore. He wore blue suede ASICS during his first Olympic gold.
That makes sense.
Yeah, as a 94.
I mean, I know as of recently, in recent events, it was Nike, all Nike.
All Nike.
But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, not for him. He won't be in Rio this year.
He won't be in Rio this year.
At least not lifting. Andrew Oliver, second attempt, 5 kilo jump.
Nice.
No problem for Andrew. He's got a big cheering section.
Yeah.
You can probably hear that through the mics, folks. The audience loves Andrew Oliver here today.
He is unattached, but I bet he's a relatively local guy.
He's got to be. Oh, we have a new viewer now who was viewing some of the streams yesterday, all the way from California. Bo Babenko, he's a doctor of physical therapy and a CrossFit Regionals competitor.
Bo, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, Bo. Really appreciate that. Bo actually lives and works in Dubai, but is in California on vacation right now, and he will be at the CrossFit Games next week. He sent me a message hoping to hang out there. It'll be good to see him. Daniel Roberts going for his second attempt. He missed 106, went up a kilo for his second. Not quite. Michael Barron is saying he's a 56 kilo lifter, switching to 62, but he keeps his eating simple, fruit and protein. Look, everyone's stomach reacts a little differently.
Yeah.
As far as what makes them perform better, and finding takes a little experimentation.
Now let me remind everyone, I am not a doctor or a scientist, but a lot of your muscles are made up of protein and water.
You're specifically not a doctor or a scientist.
No, I just want everyone to remember that I am not qualified to give nutritional advice.
Well, you can only speak from your own experience.
Yeah, my own experience. Yes, I can tell you what I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of it's interesting. We had a story go up on Barbend recently about Kendrick Ferris, who's became vegan,
Yes.
started eating vegan around 2014. Clearly, it has not
It's not slowed him down.
Slowed him down.
He has been making leaps and gains in
set an American record in the total.
Yeah,
in the 94 kilo
his
category.
snatching is probably as good as anyone has ever seen. He did a 168 snatch
Mm-hmm.
at the U.S. National Championships. I have to imagine that's a PR, at least in competition PR for him.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Just get my hair out of the way of the camera.
I mean, the clean and jerk. He's done more, but he's done more like 3 years ago in the clean and jerk. But still, his total is American record.
Yeah.
No one, not just him. No one has ever done that before.
So
he's setting new records in the 94s, and he's peaking at the right time.
Kendrick is 29 years. He's 30 in weightlifting years.
30 in weightlifting years. I don't know when his birthday is, but have to imagine this is probably his last Olympics. But that being said, we probably thought that in London, that was his last Olympics.
Daniel Roberts, this is do or die for him. He has to make the snatch in order to have a shot at posting a total today. Missed his first at 106, missed his second at 107. Really needs to finish the pull on this, get it back behind him. And he's excited. He's made it.
That's a good lift. He's on the board.
Clutch. A lot of clutch lifts in this event. Loaders taking up to 108 kilos. Folks, if you like what you're seeing here, make sure to follow Barbend on Twitter at Barbend News and Instagram at Barbend. And if you're not following Barbend on Facebook, but you're watching the stream on Facebook, why don't you like Barbend? Give us a quick like on Facebook. We're bringing you
a lot of people already do like Barbend, so you should think about it.
Jump on board. Don't miss out. We're bringing you a lot of content, not only weightlifting, but powerlifting, strongman, fitness. If you're interested in strength sports, I can't think of a better place to get your news, opinion, analysis, entertainment, hot takes, op-eds.
Thousands of people like Barbend.
Thousands of people read it every day.
You could be one of them.
Oh, misses it at the top. So close.
Credited 105 on his second attempt.
The barbell is taking a 5 kilo jump. For John Dean's second attempt, 110. We're at, in pounds, we're at 242 pounds now on the bar.
Yes,
242.
What else? So we asked about what weightlifters would you like to hang out with. We asked what do you eat before or after competition or big training sessions. We asked who are you watching this weekend? Who are you rooting for? If you watched the competition last night, the Invitational, who were you impressed by? Who were you not that impressed by? Let us know. What are your thoughts? We're ready for Sam Ferris' second attempt.
That's a fight, but he stands up with it. Let's see if the judges get in. There might have been a slight arm rebend, and it's turned down. Turned down 2-1.
Now, did you see his shoes by chance?
Nike shoes.
No, Nike, yes, but it looks like he has the flag of Malta on his...
I didn't notice that. I need to double check on that.
Look on the third attempt. He's got an interesting logo that first looks like a triangle, but I'm pretty sure it's like the flag of Malta or some like smaller Mediterranean islands with the legs.
I have not been to Malta, although I once crashed at the house of the Bishop of Malta.
That's interesting.
Which is a weird story.
And you enjoy Georgian food.
And I enjoy Georgian food. Who doesn't? I enjoy all sorts of food.
This is true.
Cuban food,
American Chinese food,
Japanese food, French.
Barbecue.
Not so much English. Hey, that's a snappy lift for John Dean.
That's a good lift, John.
What's your favorite cuisine, Mike? I'm curious.
I like all types of cuisine. I like Mexican food. I like South American food. Have you ever had Peruvian food?
Peruvian foods. I have had Peruvian food.
I don't want to eat ceviche all the time. I've had ceviche before. That's delicious.
Yeah, I do like ceviche.
When done right. I mean, I couldn't do it right, but
I wouldn't trust myself to do it right.
No, we go to a restaurant. Oh, it's delicious. What else do I like? I like Russian food. I think when I think of Russian food, I think of more like the Caucasus, which is like Georgian food.
Kent Engel's going for his third attempt, 110. Lifting in those truly retro, red suede Asics.
Kent's representing forward barbell.
Kent's one of the faster lifters we've seen all weekend and nails that one.
It's a good lift. If you're at home, who are you excited to watch in the Olympics? Especially, how about heavyweight, men's heavyweight? Who are you excited to watch? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think Salimi from Iran has a good chance of repeating gold 2 Olympics in a row? Do you think Fernando Reis from Brazil, former student at Lindenwood University, has a chance to pull out an upset and win in his home country?
Can Mart Siem repeat his silver medal performance from Houston?
Yeah,
the Estonian lifter.
The Estonian lifter.
One of the strongest squatters in the world.
Dave has a preference or a pick. Yeah, who's your pick?
I think Lasha Talakadze of Georgia is the favorite right now. I think so too. I think he's going to put himself. Well, Salimi can pull out a big snatch.
No. Every day that goes by, he gets healthier and healthier, and the healthier he is, the better his chances are.
But I think Talakadze will, if he can.
I think the conventional wisdom is he's the favorite.
He's the favorite.
Another guy who I look forward to seeing is 2013, 2014 world champion Ruslan Albegov.
A lot of people forget he went back-to-back on
back-to-back worlds. He was a bronze medalist in London. Barben posted a photo of him and the Dragon last night. Him and Kane the Dragon Wilkes.
We interviewed one of them.
At
least one of them.
And if you missed out on that interview and you want to know who it was, go back and watch session 5 from yesterday. It's on Facebook. You can find out who Dave Tao interviewed. It was either the Dragon or it was Ruslan Albegov.
Both of them can clean and jerk 500 pounds. So
it was an elite heavyweight.
It was an elite heavyweight who's competed at Worlds more than once. Oh, it's a no lift for Andrew Oliver. So someone just asked on the thread, what do you think about the new Noble lifters? So Noble is a company that markets kind of toward the CrossFit fitness crowd. They have just released a lifter that is part suede, part super fabric, and the heel.
It's a lifting shoe.
It's a lifting shoe.
Yes.
Thanks for specifying. I didn't mention that. And a lot of folks thought that that the heel was originally made of wood. It turns out it's actually stacked leather, so it's layers of leather stacked on top of each other.
It sounds softer.
And
it sounds interesting.
And they just released the price, $300.
That is a good amount of money.
It's a good amount of money. I haven't, Randy's asking what I think about them, what we think about them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have an opinion.
Okay, we have Kareem Selwai. I could be mispronouncing that, but opening at 112.
All right, that's a good lift for Kareem.
Good lift, yeah.
I apologize, Kareem. That's good lift for Kareem. He's unattached. Good cheering section. Probably a local guy.
So the answer is, what do we think about the no-bull lifters? Well, heck, I've never worn them, so I can't really say.
I haven't either.
I wish I don't know. I think they look kind of slick. I don't know what the stacked leather heel feels like. I don't know if that's got a good feel or if it feels like wood or not. And I don't know what the fit is like. I have worn their other shoes. I actually have reviewed their super fabric trainers for Barbend, and you can find my review at barbend.com. We've reviewed their canvas high top trainers, which you can find a review of at barbend.com. A contributor named Kenny Martinez reviewed those.
Strong attempt for Sam Ferris. Third attempt at 112. Big pull, just a little bit back. Too back. Got it back too much. Couldn't control it. Missing in the back.
Lynn Wolf is saying on the thread that CrossFit Williamsburg is supporting Kareem. Good to hear. Back in New York City and Brooklyn. And then Blake Hare, speaking of the Olympics coming up, he says he really likes the Colombian team. All of them are extremely fast lifters and fun to watch.
So if I could take this one for a quick second, I have met the Colombian team at the 2014 Worlds. I spent some time hanging out with the Colombians at the hotel. Oscar Figueroa, probably one of the best weightlifters in the Western Hemisphere, up there with Fernando Reyes, up there with Yoel Mis Hernandez of Cuba. Oscar, I do not know if he is going to be at the Olympics just because he didn't lift that great at the 2015 Worlds. He was not on the 2016 Pan Am team. I don't know if there's a correlation with that, but if I had to guess, I would say he's probably a little bit past his peak. He did medal at the Olympics, but I think he's past his peak. I think obviously the best Colombian lifter going today is Luis Mosquera at 69. We got some other really good guys. We have a really young 77.
Speaking of good lifters, though, we got John Dean.
Yeah, John Dean's third attempt.
Here. Misses it behind him.
No lift for John. Strong attempt, though. Strong guy.
Yeah.
He'll be back to make that in the future. We'll see him doing that in the near future, I'm sure. Finish my thought for Blake, though. The Colombian team, probably the best men's team in the Western Hemisphere. I would say Cuba would be the best men's team, except they all keep defecting. So it's when your team keeps leaving, it's hard to have a great team.
They keep building a great team.
They keep rebuilding. That's the thing. Even with all the
so a deep pool of lifters in the country.
Yes, good coaching in Cuba, obviously. And even the coaches keep leaving. We got a lot of great Cuban-American coaches who came here in the last 30 years from Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba.
But great call-out, Blake.
Cuba, yeah, really good point, Blake. Cuba has produced a lot of fantastic lifters. Not a huge country.
No, not at all.
But good lifting.
About the size of Florida.
But good lifting. Not too far apart, actually.
Yeah, we're similar to Florida. Here comes Kareem's second attempt, 116. He's got a good fan club on Facebook here. Giving us some comments. Thanks, you guys.
Stabilizes that. That's a good lift. Good lift for Kareem.
Yes.
CrossFit Williamsburg is cheering for him. Lynn Wolf reminds us, CrossFit Williamsburg, she loves Kareem.
His mother, I think, is watching.
Oh, there we go. Bonnie, we're proud of Kareem, too. Yes. He had 2 good lifts. He's on the board. Go Kareem.
Yeah, Blake, I think Oscar hurt his back. He's a little old. He's in his early 30s at least.
Apparently this is Kareem's first meet, which is impressive for
him.
Moving. Yeah, he looks like he's a veteran, yeah.
Victor Cruz is watching. I don't know if this is the Victor Cruz who plays for the New York Giants.
I don't know. We'll have to see his salsa dance.
It's potentially the Victor Cruz who plays for the New York Giants.
To confirm. Bonnie, if there's any other... How long has Kareem been lifting, Bonnie? If you could tell us that on the thread. He looks great.
Does he do CrossFit? He may do CrossFit, or whatever information you want to share about his athletic background. We'd love to hear it and pass that along to the world.
Any other hobbies? Are you guys from Williamsburg? Is that where Kareem hails from?
All right, so Kareem does do something.
Samuel J, though, opening at 120. We're at some big boy weight right now.
All right, he is from Humble Beast CrossFit.
Oh, yeah, he's thrilled about that. That was snappy.
That's a good opener.
Wearing some colorful rainbow socks.
Yeah.
But I want to know more about Kareem. Kareem's got a lot of fans watching. Tell us about Kareem. How long has he been lifting? What are his training
what's his
PRs?
Background? Does he do some CrossFit, or does he play other sports? Or
Does he live in Williamsburg? Is he a native of Brooklyn? Brooklyn's got a lot of borough pride.
Does he represent? Yeah, he does CrossFit, and he's a second-degree black belt.
Okay, well, I'm not messing with him.
I was planning on messing with him until I found out that. Now I'm not.
He's stronger than me and training martial arts.
Yes.
So I'll just cheer him on. That'll be good enough for me.
Anyways, here we go. Kareem, third attempt, 120 kilos. So he has a connection to CrossFit Williamsburg. Maybe the break we can go talk to him. If we have time, who knows?
And he's going to go 3 for 3 on the snatches.
That's his best attempt of the day.
That's great.
That's his best one of the day.
And apparently his mother Bonnie's saying he trains every day.
Good for him.
He don't have time for no breaks, no rest.
No breaks.
Well, he ends with 120 at a body weight of under 85 kilos. Pretty good. Pretty good. Samuel J. prepping for his second attempt now. We've seen some fantastic lifting today. Samuel J. going for 123. Diana McCummings says, great work, Kareem. Congratulations. Hey, he went 3 for 3. That's about as much as you can ask for at a weightlifting competition, especially your first.
As a reminder, all this lifting all weekend long coming to you courtesy of barbend.com. You're probably on the Barbend Facebook or the RVA CrossFit Facebook, or you're on the barbend.com website.
Which you're seeing the YouTube stream up, but same stream.
Yeah, but like it, share it, let everyone know what's going on so they enjoy it as well.
Samuel J. decently light, 94 kilo, just under 91 kilos. Drew Culver did lift already, someone's asking. Yeah, he knows he got it.
Much
Good
better,
job, Samuel
much better.
J.
Yeah, you have to watch Drew Culver in the clean and jerks. Also, people are still trickling in. This is Sunday afternoon, about 1 in the afternoon. People are still coming to watch lifting. This is great. It's a great environment that we're right in the middle of here.
I mean, this is the atmosphere here at RVA CrossFit right now, and the culture of weightlifting they've built here is incredibly impressive. I have never been here before this weekend, but the Richmond weightlifting community has been warm, hospitable, and large. There's a lot of weightlifting fans here.
Dave, I just want to point out, we're currently putting on 2 big red plates. What does that mean? For the folks at home, what does that mean?
2 slabs of beef.
2
slabs of beef
on each side. So they're getting hungry out there on the platform.
The joke being beef being red meat, red plates. I'm not going to explain that joke anymore. I'm just going to make it. So
I enjoy it. I don't know if anyone else does, but I do.
I didn't think you'd laugh that much at it, but it's still working, so I'll keep using it.
Well, simple things for simple minds, Dave.
Maybe that's why we get along.
Probably. That is 125 kilos, not 123 as the screen says.
Well, I still have his second attempt up there on the board.
So this looks like it might be the last attempt of the session.
Well, I thought we might get to 2 slabs of beef, and it looks like
you did.
2 slabs. This is about 275 pounds.
Yes. So, folks, just a reminder, after the snatching portion ends, we need to take a quick break. We're going to sign off. We're going to start a new session. But don't go anywhere. Just give us about 10 minutes. There'll be a 10-minute break. We're going to start a new session. Just go to Barbend's Facebook page and you will find it. Clean and jerks will start about 10 minutes after the last snatch. So we got about 5 more minutes or so left. And I want to thank Bodhi Sansavi. He's a 19-year-old Canadian weightlifter. He's the second best weightlifter in the country. More about Bodhi Sansavi in a second, but here comes Jay Samuel, second attempt, 125. I believe it's his third attempt. Yeah, third attempt, my bad.
That'll be a no lift for Samuel J.
No lift for Samuel J.
Well, that'll end this session for us, but we've had a lot of great lifters, and let's get to Bodhi. Bodhi, come back for the clean and jerk.
Come back and clean jerks. We're going to talk more about you then, and I'll talk about you and your family.
Oh, you know what? No, we have some time. Samuel Ernst is still going.
We got time? Okay, well, that being said, let's talk about Bodhi Sansavi.
Bodhi, by the way, Dave. My name's David.
I'm Mike Graber still.
And he's still Mike Graber forever and always, and big fan of yours. Have enjoyed watching the competitions of yours that have been available to stream. So really fantastic, and it's awesome that you're watching. All
right, so we're gonna have the opening time with Sam Ernst. We're going to talk about Bodhi Sansavi over the next, 3 attempts. We got 3 attempts left, but Bodhi is the latest and greatest member of the Sansavi family, one of the first families of Canadian weightlifting. Grandpa Bob, a 2-time Olympian. His father, a multiple-time world team member. And here comes Sam Ernst, opening attempt 130.
That's.
He's on the board.
Also wearing those red suede Asics. Bodhi, I got a question for you. You're listening in. If you could train with one, you've probably had the chance to train with some very good lifters throughout your life and career, but if you could train with one lifter in history, who would it be?
Any lifter eligible for Rio or ineligible for Rio.
Could be a lifter who from
alive
the past
or not alive anymore.
We're curious.
Male or female.
You're an elite level lifter. We're curious who you would want to train with.
So who are the
Kurlovich.
Oh, Kurlovich.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kurlovich is a guy obviously you've met as a jury member because he's always the president of a jury at international events. Belarusian, obviously world champion, Olympic medalist.
Olympic gold medalist.
Olympic gold medal. Yeah. Sorry, I apologize. If Kurlovich is at home watching, I apologize, Mr. Kurlovich. Because you have to, someone like him, you have to call him Mr. Kurlovich.
Mr. Kurlovich, I would.
Bodhi Sansavi, member of the Sansavi family. Grandpa Bob was I believe, 68 and 76 Olympian.
Okay.
I could be wrong on my dates. His father, Dallas, was on the many world teams of the 90s and early 2000s, Pan Am teams for Canada. Bodhi is a youth and junior Canadian and Commonwealth record holder.
Fantastic.
So for the Americans at home, we were in the Commonwealth up until 1776.
I think everything's changed a little bit.
At which point we left the Commonwealth, so that's why we do not talk about the Commonwealth that much anymore in America. We left that club about 200 plus years ago.
A little before Dennis Reno's time.
Bodhi's country's still in the Commonwealth. That's why Bodhi owns records both in Canada and the Commonwealth Games. My understanding is he's going through puberty. He's going to be 94 in the near future. So probably next year's junior nationals will be his last junior world championships. So he's going to be a 94 kilo weightlifter. He also has won to the American Open. 2013 American Open, he got a bronze medal.
Oh, that's in 85?
In the 85s.
Fantastic.
He took 3rd place. He was, I think he was like 14 years old or something like that.
That would make him probably 16.
Okay, all right, maybe he was like 17, but still, he was very young. He's a youth or junior lifter at least. He was youth because he set youth Commonwealth records. He took 3rd. He beat a lot of older, established American records.
Okay, folks. Well, we are actually approaching close to 90 minutes, close to the limit on our Facebook live stream. So we might actually have to pop off in just a second. And if you want to watch the final snatches, Samuel Ernst's final snatches, we're going to bring them to you for as long as we can, but it looks like to be guaranteed to watch those just because the Facebook stream might cut off, head on over to barbend.com or rvaopen.com or the Barbend YouTube page and watch the streams there because Facebook limits our streams at a time to 90 minutes. So, but YouTube does not. We are also streaming on YouTube.
All right, no lift for Samuel.
So we may or may not. Let me double check how much time we have left.
All right, meanwhile, we will have the third attempt. The third attempt is going to happen regardless of we get it on Facebook or not. And if we don't get it on Facebook, we are going to have it on YouTube. Definitely, we are just cutting it very close. And by we, I mean the way the cards are falling, it's going to be very close.
But we will still have the lift streaming. It's just on YouTube.
Of course. And it
Just
looks
on
like
YouTube.
Sam's going to repeat at 134. It's just a big session. I think there were 17 or 18 men in the session. And the fact that we may get every single attempt under the 90-minute mark is very impressive to me. And it's a kudos to our crew, our kick butt technology crew that's helping us out. Samuel going up to 136. He said, we need more weight on the bar. That might have been the problem. It was too light, Dave. So thank you to everyone who's watching at home. Thank you to Bodhi Santavi and everyone else watching at home, all the hundreds of thousands of people watching worldwide. Also, we can definitely add Canada to the list of countries that are watching.
Canada? Yeah, put Canada on the board. I don't think they were on the board
I don't
before.
think so.
No, they were. We had some Ontario yesterday.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
we did.
All right, well, we got more Ontario. More Ontario. Sarnia, Ontario on the board.
So guys, folks, after this, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break and come back for the clean and jerks. Sorry we're running a bit behind schedule, just a lot of lifters. A lot of lifters in today's session. That's okay.
So Sam earns 137. This is a 300-pound snatch attempt. This is the first time 300 pounds has been on the bar for snatching. No, I take it back. Outside of the invitation.
Outside of the invitation, we had a few go over that.
We had a couple guys go over there. Yeah, we had some big lifting last night.
I think the heaviest we had James Tatum snatch 150.
50.
Yeah.
Crack at 55.
Did Court
Ford did 51.
151, yeah. He just had to beat Tatum, huh?
Well, he's a competitor.
He's an athlete.
Let's make some noise for Sam Hurst. This is just over 300 pounds. $302. Third attempt, 237 kilos.
All right, Samuel Ernst. Third attempt.
Make some noise for this is 300 pounds.
Looking unattached, probably a local guy. He's a junior lifter. A year of turning 19 years old. And that's how you end a session, Dave.
All right, folks, we'll be coming back to you in just a few minutes
See you soon.
for the clean and jerk. See you folks soon.
Bye-bye.